This is so weird. Oh my gosh, there's people in here. Y'all would not believe I literally watched TikTok turn off in real time. This feels traumatizing. I was literally on live and the shit turned off. Turned off. Turned off. And I was confused because I don't know if I've told this. My Instagram is the original Dream Girl. I was on live last night. I don't have Wi-Fi right now. I have cellular service. It's just like not that strong in every like part of my apartment. I have a Wi-Fi, like a hot box. I gotta put the drugs down. A hot spot. Damn, god damn. Sorry, yo. I really did not want the Lions to lose this game, bro. I really want them to win. Literally. So I don't have Wi-Fi for real. So my Wi-Fi was going in and out yesterday. So I just thought my Wi-Fi wasn't working. Because I was literally on live. There's like maybe 100 people on it. And literally the likes stopped coming in. And I literally watched the views go like 100, 99, 95, 90, 80. Like, I was just like, what is going on? I thought my Wi-Fi wasn't working. So people were leaving the live. So I ended the live. And normally when you end a live, it'll show you like a recap of like how many people were in your live, like coins or whatever, you know, the average watch time, who viewed the most. It'll be like an analytics breakdown of the live. So I end the live and it says no internet service. So I'm like, okay, maybe I don't have maybe I don't have like service. So I like it was a little X. I hit the X. I'm back on the For You page, and before I was only on live for like 5 minutes. And before I got on live, the comments had started disappearing. So I'm like, okay, it's my turn. It's my turn because that's what people were saying was happening. And so after I end the live, comments are still gone, but then people's profile pictures was gone. People that I know what their profile picture is, like my mutuals. So I'm clicking their pages and it would literally be like, something went wrong. Yeah, something went very wrong, bitch. So then, oh my gosh. So then I scroll. I probably made it 3 videos before. Okay, please. Oh my God. I probably made it 3 videos before I reached the end of my For You page. And then before, like when people were first getting the little notification about the ban, it was saying like, oh, dismiss. When I got the notification, it said close app. Oh, okay. Went to CapCut, same notification. Went to Lemonade, same notification. Okay, so the lights are off. Okay, cool. Literally was on that bitch until they turned the lights off. Like, this is literally unbelievable. Like, and it's like I should believe it. I literally don't believe this is happening. I literally cannot process that this is happening at all. Actually, my head, I keep closing apps and then clicking TikTok. Oh, oops, can't do that anymore. Like they don't give a. I'm so angry. Like I'm so mad. 'Cause I'm just like it literally did not have to be like this. Like I need someone to explain to me why you would sign the bill for the aid with the TikTok ban in it that did not pass on its own. I really think that I just think they thought we wasn't gonna notice or something. Cause I just feel like, what made y'all, why did we do that? And it's like, you can't even convince me. Yeah, no, I'm certain. I've been and what makes it so crazy, when I was on live, I literally was saying that I'm 100% sure that they've sold to Meta in some capacity, whether they've just sold the data, whether they've sold something, they have done something, and I'm sure that this blackout is literally just going to be the servers transferring, and it's going to be an update. Okay, cool. But what I was saying was like, up until the Supreme Court, oh my, up until the Supreme Court's opinion came out, I was genuinely optimistic. I was not pretending to be optimistic. Like, I literally, everything that I was saying, I really did feel like that. Really did. And then, like, when I was saying, like, oh, like, we're not even in the peak of TikTok. Like, we're still on the incline. Like, even if I was originally saying that we're still on the incline, and no matter what happens, like, we could come back and actually turn this bitch the fuck up because everybody's so motivated. That was me genuinely being positive. Like, genuinely being positive. And then after the opinion came out, I was just like, okay, no, actually, no. I'm an optimistic person. I just am in reality. Like, I operate in reality. So reality has set in. So no, the ship is sinking. But I was saying on live, like, even if nothing changes, even if nothing changes, even if they didn't sell, right? Even if they didn't sell, and Chairman Show's video was literally just him having to fucking grovel, because I I'm sorry, but there was never a reality where the app did get saved and he didn't have to grovel. I feel like, obviously, I knew that was gonna happen. So let's just say the video is groveling. I feel like we as consumers and creators are fundamentally changed. I think that this was the peak, and I think that it doesn't even matter what happens after this, because we don't trust you. We don't trust the app. We don't trust the platform. We are also, and I'm gonna be honest, as a creator, and I'm gonna say it for everybody, because people aren't gonna say it, but this is the truth. Every creator who was ever committed to TikTok is going to be one foot out the door. The content will not be as frequent. It will not be as high quality. It won't be, no one's going to see it as worth the commitment of their time when the app is not stable, when it is not viable. It'll never be the same, because people have already, like me personally, I've already like mentally committed to being here on YouTube. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to be doing. So it doesn't really matter what happens to TikTok. I'll still post on TikTok. Look, I'm gonna be honest, keep it a fucking bean with y'all. As long as the check clears, I'll be on the app. I'll be there. But I know that that's gonna be very short lived. I know, because here's the real issue. The real issue, and I think a lot of people are like not saying this part either. Like, aside from the government's like obvious overreach and like desire to have every dollar that they've ever made, just take the fucking money. Just take the fucking money, print it, and put it in your fucking pocket. I don't even know what to tell you at this point. But aside from that, because I've been saying from the beginning of this whole ban conversation, and Meta showing their ugly fucking face in the conversation, inserting them fucking selves, the real issue is like, my issue is like, well, why didn't you just make another app? Like, Reels was not a genuine attempt to compete with TikTok. If Reels was a genuine attempt to compete with TikTok, they would have made Reels its own app. The same way they made Threads its own app. They did not just put Threads, because actually they did try to just put Threads on Instagram with notes. They did. They did try that. It didn't work. It did not work. And they made Threads its own app, and then they show Threads as an ad on your fucking page to make you download. And at first, when Threads first came out, you could click it and it would just open up to the website. After a little while, you had to click it and make a profile to see the fucking ad that they just ran with people's content. If you were making a genuine attempt to, you made a genuine attempt to rival Twitter. You made Threads. You did not make a genuine attempt to rival TikTok, because the problem is not that their inability, because people are like convinced that they just simply cannot crack the code on the algorithm. That is literally dumb. That yes, they can. Yes, they literally can. Like, This is people's whole career. This app has been around for a very long time. If they were interested remotely at all in recreating the algorithm, they would have literally done it. They may not have gotten it the exact same, but they would have gotten close or gotten something similar that has a similar feel, and at least the same way they did Threads. This is Threads is the exact same app as as Twitter with Instagram's logo. Like literally, that's literally all you have to do. The reason they don't want to do that is because the issue is not the inability or like lack of desire. The issue is that they know they will not pay content creators enough to make it competitive. Flat the fuck out. They know that they will never. I'm gonna tell y'all, and this is the honest to God truth. One of my close friends from college is a pretty big, like, comedian on Instagram. Every video he posts, 2 million views minimum. Like, to the point where people that, like I said, I know him from college, very well from college. People that, like, I know in real life from, like, my life in Charlotte who are, like, not in my realm of, they know anything about me, of my life in Ohio, I will see them repost my friend from college all the time. And so we were having a conversation one day and I was just like, listen, we have roughly the same amount of followers. Well, actually that's not true. At that point, he had probably he had already had 100,000 followers on Instagram. And I probably had like 60. And I was like, okay, I'm kind of getting to the point where like I'm on the curve of like being close to this. How much are you making? Like, should I be investing my time into reels? Like I just said, all of his videos do $2 million, $2 million, 2 million views a piece at minimum, Do you know? I was like, okay, you don't have to tell me everything. You don't have to give me a breakdown. But on a random month, what is the most you've ever made? Do you know this man told me $67? $ 67 period 00. What? What? And he does like full blown skits, costume changes, scenery change. Not even $70 whole dollars. I can't even buy makeup with that. I can't even buy a perfume with that. And you're cranking out videos every fucking day for $70. And Jimmy Lee, you know who it is. You know who it is. You know who I'm talking about. You literally, I will DM you to tell you who I'm talking about because I'm not fucking lying, bro. I am not fucking, 67 fucking dollars. I can make $67 on a throwaway video. On a throwaway video, I can make $67 with my eyes. I can make $67 on 10 videos in one day. That's not even a fucking meal. That's not even a hairstyle. That's not even a full set of nails. That's not even a wax. So the issue is not that their ability is not there. They fully are capable of doing it. They do not want to, because the only thing that's going to make TikTok them competitive to TikTok is the payout. People have no problem with recycling their content. People have no problem doing that. I have no problem with making a vlog and editing it into a 2-minute video for TikTok. I have no issue doing that. I will do that. People have no problem with batch filming content and posting it everywhere. But the reason why they batch and post to TikTok first and just repurpose TikTok content is because TikTok is the only place where it is valuable. They do not want to pay creators $1,000 for one video, bro. They don't want to do it. They're not going to do it. That is why they need to get rid of TikTok. Because the only way to get the creators over there is to take the option from TikTok, of TikTok being in existence. Aside from all the government weirdo shit, that is what Mark Zuckerberg's issue is. That is his issue with TikTok. Flat out. They are paying people who are, I average about 7 to 10 million views a month. This man has to average double or triple that and is making, when I got kicked out of the creativity program in December, I got back in it on Christmas Day. From Christmas to the 31st, I made $300. And you're telling me the whole fucking month? And also, I was getting literally no views because I wasn't posting like consistently. There is no fucking point in doing that. Like, as much as I love the game enough to continue posting on YouTube, 100%, but that's not a fair trade-off. That's not a fair trade-off. The amount of free time that it takes from your life, I would just go to work. I would just go to work. I would literally just rather work 2 jobs before I have the same amount of free time for 70 extra fucking dollars. What? That's not a fair trade at all. At least with TikTok, because I feel like TikTok for me personally is so much more like all encompassing than just like the views. For me, like there's so many things that I love about TikTok that I could. Oh yeah, that shit is over. Fuck you, bitches. A fucking again. Christ, my feelings are hurt. Again, 2 losses in one night. What more do you want from me? Brother. Anyway, when you just break down the trade-off of time that it takes to be a content creator to reach 100,000 followers, that's not a fair. The trade-off is fair to me for TikTok. You can have the fucking data, bitch. I kind of don't really care. They're stealing it anyway. They're stealing it anyway. They're literally doing it regardless. They're stealing it anyway. You can have the fucking data. If we're trading off my free time and data for the amount of money they were giving me, yeah, fair trade. Fair trade. And there are months where I worked way harder and made much more content, or there's some shit was jumping off that I was able to like really like get on top of the ball for. Yeah, I had to work a little harder for more money, but my like baseline effort level was a fair trade. And it's simply not a fair trade on these other apps. Honestly, YouTube, it might be a fair trade, but YouTube is so much fucking work. And YouTube doesn't... I get that we want to keep like high-level content creation exclusive because YouTube does pay so much. But y'all gotta let people in the fucking door, for real. Like, how are they gonna know that my content's good or not if you literally don't show them? The only way to get views on YouTube is to already have views. And to get more views to get views. Well, how the fuck am I supposed to get the fucking views? Now, I do think that this happening, luckily I was already on YouTube before TikTok this even started. I wasn't posting consistently, and that is a regret that I do have. I don't know what in my head said that TikTok would be around forever to not diversify. It really wasn't that I wasn't trying to. It was that my life this last year has just been so fucking hectic, partially because of how crazy TikTok jumped off, that I really did not have the time to do both. I just wish that I made the time. That's neither here nor there anymore. At this point, it doesn't matter. But luckily, I already had videos that had views, because I'm sure that YouTube is obviously well aware of all these people who are going to like flood into here to monetize. And I think there's going to be a lot of creators who are able to literally start their account and crack into monetization on their first video. I'm not one of them, but I do think that there are, like, Lavelle's been posting for a little bit. I'm sure Lavelle's probably 2 videos from being monetized, like, you know, stuff like that. But I think, thank goodness, because I think it's going to get harder on YouTube. I think this happening will definitely play the views game for me for YouTube. Like, I think it will work out. And my shorts are hitting the shorts feed, but the thing about the shorts feed is that you only hit the shorts feed if you're posting like vibey aesthetic shit. Like, I've posted a couple and only 2 of them have hit the shorts feed. And those 2 are both aesthetic, fit check. And it's like, I'm mourning the authenticity of the content creation. I think that's what's making me the most sad. Like, yeah, I'm very upset, and I'm not nervous, about the money because I really was not paying my bills with that rent or with that money, but my rent has gone up significantly. So I would have been. I would have started to. Or I would have needed to start to. So I am mildly concerned. But for me it's like, damn, this version of my content, of my like life as a content creator, that life is over because that content is not rewarded on other platforms. So now I have to finally mill and finally refine, which I'm okay doing. I'm capable of doing that. I've been doing that. The most recent vlog that I posted, my most recent actual video, I think that's the best video I've ever made. And I feel that way about every video that I make after that. Like every time I feel that way, the next video I'm like, that video is even better. But I think this is definitively the best video that I've made so far. But it did take me hours to days to edit that. It did take me 3 days to edit that. So it's like, okay, you're going to have to, you can no longer just give people you as it is. You are going to have to finally package and put a bow on it. And that's fine. I'm okay with doing that, but I think that I think the content on YouTube is better content just because I'm working so much harder. But I like the content that I post on TikTok more, if that makes sense. I like the experience of being a content creator on TikTok more. I think the like reward from that hard work will be greater, but I do think that I will forever mourn the loss of the joy. And that's what's bothering me. And then also all the like societal implications. Yeah. We been knew that was gonna happen. We should have fucking knew. And looking back on it, there's so many signs that we should have knew that this shit was cooked from the beginning. When Elon Musk literally said that there's gonna have to be like, people are gonna have to suffer, he was talking about us. He was talking about us. He was talking about us as a whole, like the middle class, but he was specifically talking about the people who have benefited from TikTok and all the businesses and everything that have benefited from TikTok. That's what he was talking about. The mask is revealed. But here's the thing, and I was saying this about bigger TikTokers too. The thing that big content creators don't get is that once you hit 1 million followers, 1 million subscribers, a lot of those accounts are dead. So it doesn't matter that you have 1 million followers. You have 50,000 active viewers because it takes so long to get to that point that there isn't anybody watching. Like there are people who I've watched for years on YouTube that I'm still subscribed to because who unsubscribes? I don't do that. So I don't go through that. I'm not doing all that. But there are people who I watched for years, or like people that I was like locked in with for like a good period of time who I just fell off with and I never watched their videos and it's been years since I've watched it. They still have my subscription, but I have not watched their content in years. Then people forget that you felt like you still have to tap into new audiences. You still have to be able to pivot. So when they be talking about, oh, it's so hard to get views, I be looking like there's people on TikTok, like I said, all them people who only had a lot of followers because they got on TikTok right when the pandemic started because they lost their job before everybody else did. We didn't have nobody else to follow because you were the only ones there. So those same people who have 5, 6, 7 million followers and we pull in the same numbers, it's because you don't have people are not actively engaging with your content because those accounts are dead. They're dead, they're banned, it's all types of stuff. Do I think it'll be back? I think it'll be back. I just don't think it'll matter. I think that the damage is irreparably done, which I think we would have been okay if the ban never actually happened. Like if the app never actually went dark, I think we would have shaken back. But I think this is irreparable damage. I don't think it'll matter. I think people are forever changed. I think people are going to be forever scared. They're going to be scarred because I just think it'll always be a hint of uncertainty in the back of people's minds to not go as hard as they were going or to not participate as much because they feel betrayed. I really believe that. Yeah, I'm bitter about it. I'll be bitter about it for a long time. For a long time. And not just towards TikTok. Because there's a lot of things that I'm actually very bitter about, and I kind of wanted to air my grievances real hard, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I think, yeah, there's a lot of things that I'm bitter about this. If it comes back, it won't be for long, but I don't think it'll be because of the law or because they weren't able to sell anything like that. I think it'll be because the creators are not going to use the app. At this point, it will essentially be like what happened with Vine. And I made in my video that I made today about that, I'm like, a lot of people, we've been like referencing Vine in this, but those were not the same situation remotely at all. Vine went out of business, fair and square, right? They just went out. We were not using the app anymore. We weren't. By the time, like, we were sad when it happened because we had such, it was a phenomenon. We had such a good time, but we were not actively using the app. If we were actively using the app, Vine would have stayed open. They did not have the money to stay open, so they closed. I would have been perfectly fine with that happening to TikTok. I do think now that is what's going to happen to TikTok, at least on a United States level. And I think they know that too, because, and I said this in a video before, even though we don't make up the majority of users on the app, we do make up the majority of content consumption and spending on that app. So without us on that app, what are y'all going to do with your app? What are you going to do with your app without your largest producers and consumers? Like, they don't have I think eventually, I think lifetime wise, TikTok probably has 3 years left, lifetime period anyway, because of this. I think this is going to taint. I think something will replace it. I think I will, by the time TikTok is completely dead and there is an app to replace it, I think I would have aged out of starting a new platform. There are people who are way older than me who are bigger content creators too. I just don't think that I'm not starting over 1,600 times, bro. If another app comes along after I'm already doing my thing over here, I'm just gonna keep doing my thing over here. I'm just gonna keep doing my thing over here. Cause I don't trust y'all. I don't trust y'all. And until something, what I need is for something to happen to Meta, for me to move to any other uprising platform. Because they're just going to do this over and over. They've been doing it. They've been doing it. It was just never on such a harmful scale because the apps they were doing it to were not paying people out this way. The businesses were not booming this way. They did it to Instagram. They tried to do it to Snapchat, and then Snapchat died on its own because it could not survive them stealing stories to put on Instagram. And the only reason they stole stories was because they wanted to buy Snapchat, and Snapchat would not sell to them. They've been doing this. They did it with was it Periscope? When they added lives. They've been doing this. They've just been using Instagram as like the scapegoat. They filter all the things, all the apps that they steal from everybody else, they just throw it on Instagram. But because we were already on Instagram and we liked Instagram so much as it was as a photo sharing platform, these extra features really, it did benefit the app because it was annoying to have 37 apps to do one thing. Like, okay, I gotta have, first of all, was Periscope even its own app or was it just a website? I don't remember, but I had to have Twitter to use Periscope. That was already too fucking much. And then it's like I want to post on stories On Snapchat, okay, they moved stories to Instagram. Great, I already used they were able to use Instagram as the puppet for all of these things because Instagram was so successful on its own already. We had no reason to want to jump ship because of them adding things to the app we already liked already. The problem is we don't like y'all no more. So now you're trying to do all these things to get people to come back. It doesn't matter. You're not gonna gain new accounts from TikTok being banned. Everybody who is on TikTok already has a Facebook, already has an Instagram, or at least has an account that they can reactivate or log back into. You're not going to recoup on that. That doesn't even make sense. How a new coming app would have that doesn't even make sense. So adding these features is not going to change the fate of Instagram. It's gonna make it worse because now people are turned the fuck off. Literally, Instagram Reels is literally just TikToks for the sole reason that people would rather repurpose their content that in that order because TikTok is the only one that pays you worth a goddamn. And that is why, like when we started the live, the original point was that Facebook Meta Mark Zuckerberg, he does not want to rival TikTok because in order to rival TikTok, the only thing that'll make any app competitive would be a monetary structure that is similar or remotely close to what people are getting paid on TikTok. They are not going to do that part. So it don't matter what other apps we come up with. Because they're not going to do that, the solution is to get rid of that. I don't even think Mark Zuckerberg wants to rule the world. I think he wants I think he is stuck in the heyday of Facebook and cannot grasp with the fact that that time is over. I think he just cannot. I think he just thinks if he keeps spinning the wheel, keep spinning the wheel, keep spinning the wheel, that he's going to keep being on top. And it's like, you could just make Facebook better. You could literally just make Facebook usable, and people would use Facebook. You could literally just make it usable. Go through and deactivate all these fucking. But here's the thing about Facebook: Facebook is not a social media platform. Facebook is a data mining platform, a data mining business, cosplaying as a social media platform. There is no content happening on Facebook that is not fake. Half the, bro, please. Facebook is not a social media platform. Facebook is a cover. The social media is a cover for the data mining. That's all it is. And I need to know at what point did they realize that is actually where the money is. Because that's the part that like really trips me up is that like what made you realize that and at what point did you realize it? Because sometimes I have a like I be mulling over stuff so bad. Like the butterfly effect has a fucking terrible grip on me. Cause it's like, if we change one thing, how much different would things be? Like if we would have realized that they were using our data the way they were to make, because the money does not come from us using the app. The money comes from them selling the data from us using the app. So your business is not, the business model is not a social media platform. The business model is a data mining app. Your sole purpose is to mine the data. But at what point did they realize that that was the money and how, could we have jumped ship sooner? That I think that will 20, 30 years from now, I think that will haunt me forever because of the irreparable damage that will be done to society by removing TikTok overnight. Because y'all, Trump could say he's gonna do X, Y, and Z all he wants to. He's a known liar. That's a known liar. He could tell me the sky was fucking blue, and I would double check. So he could say all he wants to that he's gonna X, Y, and Z, and he could very well not. And we could very well never log back into that app ever again. And the 90-day extension was only to give them opportunity to sell. My Instagram is at the original dream girl. I actually think if you scroll down to some of my older videos, like last year videos, it's in the description box. I just been being lazy on my description, so I haven't been adding that in there. But yeah, since you're already on this app, you know. The thing is, though, if the app never comes back, I don't know that we will. Because here, the reality is, as much as people don't want to hear about influencers who made like content creation their full time job, most people who made content creation their full time job, they were not solely on TikTok. So that was another thing that was bothering me. They're still making money in other places, but I'm sure that that was probably the largest chunk of it. But let's say for the people who are, for the businesses who solely ran off of TikTok Shop, who like were literally just in a fucking storage unit selling this shit off the TikTok Shop. These people are going to be unemployed for the foreseeable future when unemployment was already crazy. Somebody said that they need to file for unemployment. And I really think I think people should do that. I really think we should do that. If you worked in content creation on TikTok full time by itself, you need to file for unemployment. Because how is it not? You're about to tax me on that income, ain't you? You took my job. Literally, he was always so pressed about the crowds that you move it inside. It's not about the fucking weather. He thinks somebody gonna kill his ass. That's what it is. Especially now. They moved it up or moved it indoors. So now all these people who had already booked flights and got hotels and everything, bitch, ain't no live stream that good, bitch. Netflix barely got us through Beyonce Bowl. It's not no fucking servers that the fucking government got that's gonna keep them fucking hillbillies on that live stream running smooth. Ain't no fucking way, boy. So they gonna have that problem on their hands. But you not finna convince me because it's fucking cold. Bitch, it's because you scared they're gonna knock your head off and actually be able to do it this time. That's what the fuck it is. And honestly, I wish they would stop trying to knock his head off. Knock Musk head off. Knock Zuckerberg head off. Knock their heads off. Knock it off. Like, y'all are worried about. I think you are so worried about Trump. Trump is not. He is not the mastermind. He is not, and we've known this. He is not the mastermind. He is very much doing what the fuck he is being told to do as well. He's just the face because he don't care about what the people got to say. He don't care about going out there and sounding crazy and looking down. Literally, he only ran for president to not go to jail. And the reality is they could have still convicted him this whole time. They said they've had the same evidence for at least one of them cases since the first day of Biden's presidency, and they just didn't do it. We need to crash out. I fear. I fear we need to crash out. I do. I do. And then another thing, because I'm low-key sleepy, I've been crying all day and I would like to go cry in my bed in peace. Another thing that I want y'all to be wary of as we possibly get this app back or not, be very wary of all these politicians coming out and standing up for TikTok, whether they voted for the ban or not. Be very wary. Because all that is them literally seeing us say, you're out of here. This was your final, this was the last straw for you. They're literally seeing us say that the Democratic Party is over. It was already kind of cooked after this election, but this Biden having the option to do the 90-day extension his damn self and literally just not doing it, that sealed the Democratic Party's fate. And I don't know if they saw that coming, because I think they're clearly in on it too, obviously. I think that they didn't think they was going to lose that election, to be honest. I think that that threw a wrench in their plan too. But be very aware of these people making it seem like they're trying to stand up for us after the fucking fact, or them trying to offer any explanation as to why they voted for it. All they're doing is trying to save their fucking seat. All they are doing is trying to save their ass, because they literally logged on to the app that they shouldn't even be on, and they hear us say, we're done with you. They know when their next election is, and they know that from today to that day, it's a lot of time to mobilize people. It's actually entirely too much time. It's actually entirely too much time. We're starting on day one with y'all, with no app, with nothing to do but start all these people, and I'm gonna have to go on this tangent because I kind of had to. It's been bothering me. All these people who sat up talking so bad about Kamala Harris and how they are boots on the ground and they build community in real life. I want to see it. I want to see your name on the ballot. Serve yourself up. Serve yourself up. Get on the ballot and run. Because this is the time you actually have a chance to do it. Y'all want to talk about third party so bad? Go be the third party. Go run for your mayor, local mayor. Go run for councilman. Go run for superintendent. Go run for your senator. Go run for Congress. You don't even need, there's no requirements. There's no requirements. You don't even need to be a politician to be the president. Go run. Because I cannot actually blame them because the numbers don't say that. But in my heart of hearts, I just know that this would have panned out differently. Because the part that people are really missing is they're like, well, Trump still won the popular vote. Republicans always win the popular vote or elections, period, when voting as a whole is down. And I believe that voting as a whole, especially in younger demographics, was down because of some of the content that we saw on TikTok. If people can admit, why do you think these people spend billions of dollars running ads? If all it takes is some commercials for that to sway people's votes, what makes you think them sitting on an app for 10 hours a fucking day and seeing content like that is not going to influence them? Literally, do not sit up and start no fucking GoFundMe in November of 2026, bitch. Start today. Post it today. That should have been the last post they made on TikTok. Get your ass up, put your boots on the ground like you said you was, and go fucking run. Because if you don't, I don't want to hear from you people ever fuck again. If you don't get up and go do something, but I don't see your name on a ballot, if I don't see you in a headline, if I do not see you fundraising, if I do not see you at your local city council meetings, if I do not see you front lines at any protest, if I do not see you doing that, I don't want to hear shit from you ever a fucking again. Y'all actively aided in ruining our lives for no reason, for literally nothing. Now you can't even make your inflammatory posts for nothing. So if you don't get up and go do it, do not contact us ever. Like, literally blocked. Like, I'm literally calling Verizon to block your number. Like, do not post anything ever again. Do not make another profile ever again. Do not come back to this app if it does come back. You're dead ass fucking wrong. Get the fuck up and go run. You know how to do it so better. Go fucking do it. If y'all all get the fuck up at the exact same time, you'll actually have a great chance. And you know what time? The time's right now. Because you're literally not doing shit the fuck else. Get the fuck up and go do it. Go fucking do it. That's all I want to see. I don't want to see no podcasts. I don't want to see no fucking YouTubes. What I want you to do is get that name on that fucking ballot. In fact, run for president. Just wake up like that one lady. Brooks, please. You're going really hard. I lost my train of thought. He was looking at his paw so hard. Oh my God. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Be wary of these politicians who seem like they're trying to help you. They're only here to help themselves. They see the writing on the wall, and I don't think they expected it. Because the fucking Red Book app, them fucking Chinese people gooped they ass. They gooped they ass. Gagged them. That threw a wrench in their plans. They didn't think we were going to be this mad. They did not. They thought they were going to sneak it in and we were going to wake up one day and that was going to be gone. Literally, I shit you not. I do think that part of that is because TikTok was playing hardball with their ass, which I feel like if y'all did end up selling, y'all didn't even need to do all the hardball. If y'all do end up selling, you could have just sold it in April, like they told you to. Because then we wouldn't be looking at a blackout on the largest community forming app the day before an inauguration. That is what is pissing me off. If y'all sold it, y'all might as well have done this from the fucking beginning. Because the days of that app are over regardless. I fear. Literally, what do they think is going to happen when they literally just told us, the Supreme Court literally just said, hey, I know there's literally no evidence to support this, but we're going to vote unanimously that there is. Y'all literally told us to go fuck ourselves in real time. That was one person who had really a singular issue. We were not, are we all having similar experiences? Yes. We did not feel his back pain. So if that's what one person's life, the feeling of their life culminated to, because I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I'm a little nervous because I do feel like there's a lot of people who are on the edge, who are already on the fringes of society, who were literally brought back into any realm of normalcy by making friends on TikTok. I really, really do think that. And I think the amount of violent outbursts we're gonna see is going to skyrocket. My sincerest hope is that they at least point the direction where it's supposed to fucking go. Don't bring your ass down to nobody's school. Don't bring your ass to the mall. Don't bring your ass to nobody's grocery store. Don't bring your ass to nobody's fucking festival. Take your ass down near the DC and do what the fuck what you want to do. Oh, Cory Booker is over. I've been saying it. All of them are over. All of them. I don't care what the reason was that you voted for. I don't care if you thought, even if they're no longer in the seat that they were in when they voted, it's over. We will. It is pertinent that we never let this go. Literally, if you want to go to somebody's office, going down to the Meta. It is vital that we never let this go. Because I think we'll be able to move on eventually. Um, the thing is, the only reason I think people will stand on business is because there are as many as, like, when we say small businesses who run on TikTok, there are very massive businesses that were on the brink of not existing anymore, who were only able to revive themselves on TikTok. That, like, it's not just us. That's the thing. It feels like it's just us because we're the ones talking to each other and really producing the content on the app. It's not just us. I don't know if I was on somebody's live. No, I saw this girl's TikTok. It was actually one of the last videos I was able to see. But she was like, the ramifications for other platforms, for other social media, other businesses, it's actually much greater than just us not being able to talk to each other. Literally, Barnes and Noble was finna close, was able to fully revive their business from TikTok. There are platforms like, let's say, YouTube. People will literally post their long as, hour long video deep diving into something, snip that up and use TikTok to promote that. Now they don't have that option. And the reason that they have to do that is because YouTube does not have an algorithm that will move that content. So they have to move it themselves. Now they cannot move it themselves neither. So now these apps are going to also experience a dip because all the platform that was boosting them and filtering and funneling people to their app does not exist. I don't know, like, even with Amazon, I just ordered something on the TikTok shop and it came from Amazon. And it was $20 less on TikTok than it was on Amazon. And I only bought, well, I was going to buy it anyway, but the first time I ever saw it was on TikTok. So now all these things that you never see anymore that people use to make content for TikTok, all these tech, like little gadgets and lights and stuff like that, all of those businesses are going to cease to exist. I have no use for a light that clips on the top of my phone if the only content I'm posting requires me to sit down and have lights anyway. I don't need a mic that goes on my phone if the content that I'm posting requires me to have an external mic anyway. I don't need an app because, by the way, I don't know if you guys checked, CapCut is gone. Lemonade is gone as well. I don't know if you guys have checked. I have no purpose for an app. Well, I mean, and I was using CapCut to edit my YouTube videos, but there's other apps that were similar to CapCut that just weren't as like well made. But I have no use for an app that edits vertically when I don't post long content vertically. Like all of these things, it will trickle down. Yeah, girl, CapCut is gone. And I hope I exported my vlog that's gonna go up because tomorrow I'm gonna record a video talking about the band just to like really flesh out how I feel in like long form. But I had already edited a vlog Friday that was going to get posted tomorrow. That video will be posted next week. But that video was already completely done. I exported it at like 8:20 because I still thought the 8:30 time was real. And then me and Stephanie, I can't remember, y'all know Stephanie. I don't know what her name is Stephanie on TikTok, but her daughter is Cadence. She does a lot of content with Cadence. We were talking about, she's the one who told me that CapCut was down. She literally sent me the screenshot of her logging into her CapCut, gone. Yeah, you can't even open it to access the videos that are sitting there. The same message from TikTok comes up immediately. I'm gonna see if I can show y'all actually, because I have it screenshotted. Oops, okay. No, can you not do that on here? Sigh. I can't green screen or nothing. It's working for you now, but it's not going to be. The exact same message came up. Like it was open, like same way that TikTok was running while I was open. Once I killed it and opened it back up, same message came up for TikTok, for Eliminate and CapCut, except for where it says a TikTok law banning TikTok, it's a law banning CapCut, a law banning Eliminate. Literally, like live showing its limits all fucking ready. Like I can't even put a picture in this bitch. I can't even do an overlay. Like it's gotta be. Oh, I can retouch. Thanks. Don't need that. Yeah, that's it. Wait, maybe. Yeah, nope. No, there's no. Maybe that's a feature I can't unlock yet. I don't know. I don't know. But 50 viewers on our first live. I'm quite impressed. I'll be going live on TikTok or I'll be going live on YouTube. Probably regularly. In the meantime, between time, or permanently. Because if they add some features into this bitch, this ain't too bad. We need to add some features, though. You're right, they do. Let me call up. I hate talking to that nigga, but let me make some phone calls, see what people be using over here. Literally, like, if y'all see these features on TikTok, why did y'all just not add them? What the fuck? That shit is irritating. But yeah, that's the live for tonight, y'all. I'm so sleepy. I'm mentally exhausted. Um, I can't believe this happened. I'm like very much in a state of disbelief. 100%. I love y'all down. We're never stopping. We're literally never stopping. And I'm excited to see like what happens. I'm excited to see how many people we add. Because the fact that 50 of y'all are here at midnight with no warning, no nothing, just showed up. No For You page to scroll on and run into me. Great. We'll do this. I'll probably get back on live tomorrow because I'm off tomorrow. So if y'all are off tomorrow too, which I'm sure a lot of y'all are, we'll be in and out. We'll be on and off. But yeah, we will never stop because fuck them, fuck the machine, and fuck it. At this point, we might as well just keep going and see what happens. So good night, y'all. We will see y'all in the future. The future is over here for us, girly pops. But good night. I'll talk to y'all later. And then the fucking exit is on the other side of the screen. Why is it on the left side? Who is left-handed? Oh my fucking God. Good night, y'all.